Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm here at Audi at Wesley Chapel, and we have something new, something special. This is a 2020 Audi Q5 E. Now, we've already reviewed the Q5 here on Rady's Rides, but for the first time, 2020, it is now offered as a plug-in hybrid. So the industry is changing. Obviously, lots of auto manufacturers are looking into full EV. What's nice is that you're gonna get kind of the best of both worlds with this hybrid plug-in setup. So you're gonna get that plug-in power, but you're also getting the internal combustion engine. What it does is it maximizes your range, but it also gives you more horsepower. This Audi Q5 E, 0 to 60 in about 5 seconds. Pretty impressive. Audi, that brand that's been around for so many decades, that iconic German brand, taking so much great technology and bringing it not only into their R8s and other RS model cars, but into this Q5 E as well. So let's go ahead, dive in, see what's different for 2020 with this plug-in hybrid. Now, right off the bat, you know it's a Q5, very distinct styling. They did do some changes to the front fascia here. Headlight design still has that sharp angle cut, something that's unique with Audi, and they do it so well. LED daytime running lamps, you have your LED projector beam style headlight, a little bit of silver trim in there. We drop down, you're gonna get a rhombus. If you're wondering what's this rhombus right here, and that's from math class, geometry. Remember that when you were sleeping? This is gonna be the sprayer for your headlights. So these actually pop out and spray your headlights when they're all dirty and grimy and whatnot, or you can just wash your car, but that's just me. You drop down, you're gonna have some fake venting going on here. Now, obviously, being a hybrid, whether it's a plug-in hybrid or not, it's about trying to cheat the air. So this area is obviously for aerodynamic efficiency, but it's non-functional with actual air flowing through it. It helps, though, break up the balance of the silver, not only in the headlight housing, but also on the lower section. Now, when we come across that iconic open shape grille, Audi's really the one that brought that to the forefront. So many other brands have copied them, but really the original is the best. You have the Auto Union, those 4 German brands that united together. That is what the Audi symbol is all about. Quattro, this has all-wheel drive. Quattro, Italian word, means 4, all-wheel drive. I like the flat black. I like the way that they continued the horizontal silver lines in the grille design. You come down, you have a nice large open area, a little bit of a lip spoiler that kind of goes and slides around the whole lower portion, but very, very Audi-esque styling, and I think that's important, but it's also there to help with aerodynamic efficiency. Now, going up onto the hood, sharp lines. You have these 2 sharp body lines that kind of go towards the windshield, and then you're going to have 2, one on each corner, that drift towards that A-pillar. Gives the car a nice, low, wide look, very distinctive, especially in this compact size SUV class. Now, when we get to the wheel and tire setup, this is an S-line trim. These wheels are specific to that, and I like the direction that they went in. You have a little bit of machined aluminum, the dark gray. If you're wondering, well, what's the size of this? It's a 19-inch wheel, 235 on the width, 55 series sidewall is gonna give you a nice ride. I like the way there's no flat black. Painted all the way around the fender treatment, and I also think it has a great amount of space between the top of the tire inside the fender. Speaking of the fender, those sharp lines where the hood meets the fender, there's your little S-line badge. You have color matched mirror caps, LED in the turn signals, LED turn signals in the mirrors, silver trim along the top and bottom, and I also like the brushed aluminum trim for the roof rails, and just a little bit of a sill extension down there on the bottom portion. But each of these lines, very prominent, and it gives it a lot of character from the side. When we get to the rear, that rear quarter glass window kind of flares out on the fender, and we get to the back, you have a very, very low roof spoiler, that iconic 4-ring badging, the Q5, this one Quattro. There's no sign of it saying that this is a plug-in. Do you want to see how you find out if it's a plug-in? Come with me. This is not where you put fuel. This is where you plug in. So right there is where you're going to plug that sucker in and charge it up, and that's going to allow you, like I said, about 28 miles worth of range on this particular Q5. When we get to the back and we drop down. I love the clean lines. You have a little bit of silver, a simulated rear diffuser. One thing that I am gonna zonk that I don't understand is this fake vent looking design, and then what in the world is going on here? I don't know if they're trying to make it look like an exhaust or just make it look like a decorative piece. All I know is I'm zonking it because this should be just a nice, smooth, clean finish. If you don't want to have an exhaust because it's a plug-in hybrid, I get it, but don't do this, please. But let's go ahead, pop the hood, see what's powering this Q5. All right, guys, we got the hood pop, large hood, 2 massive hydraulic hood struts. Underneath the hood is going to be a very, very simplistic engine cover with the Audi badging on it. If you see the orange underneath the hood, you know it's a hybrid. What you're looking at is a 2-liter turbocharged inline 4. Now, mixed in between, located in between the transmission, which is a 7-speed DCT, that S-tronic Audi transmission, and the engine is an electric motor. That electric motor is what's gonna make this whole thing come alive. 0 to 60, 5 seconds, 349 horsepower, 369 pound-feet of torque. Just to put it in perspective for you, if you went the regular gas engine route Q5, you're looking at about 248 horsepower. It weighs around 4,685 pounds. Audi is saying that you're supposed to get around 120 miles per gallon and about 28 on pure EV, 28 miles on pure EV. This is a direction that manufacturers are going in. And you know what? This could be the smartest direction, having the combination of both. But why don't we go ahead, let's check out the interior and see what this is bringing to the table Audi-wise. All right, guys, we're inside the 2020 Audi Q5 E. I know you're at that point, I know it, where you're like, Joe, okay, this thing has a lot of MPGs. It's got the electric motor located in between the transmission and the engine. How much is it? MSRP is $56,600. Let's see what you get for the money. Now, the door panels is that traditional German, very, very, one color. You get it's like a one-hit wonder with the color. It's all dark material. The good news is you get some nice dark stained wood, a little bit of silver trim. Everything else is soft, and located down below is a very large pocket for some milk and for some Bavarian cream donuts. On the dash, soft material, which is great. The silver trim is nice. There's that wood that goes all the way across. Your Quattro badge. This is an 8.5-inch infotainment system screen. It is not a touch screen. You can touch it, but it does not do anything. I'll show you how to navigate through your navigation in a split second. You drop down, you got dual climate control, which is really nice. Heated seats, but no ventilated seats. I am gonna zonk that at $56,000. Yes, you could put that in as an option, I get it, but for 56 grand, it should have ventilated seats. You have your drive select motor switches here. So you toggle through dynamic, auto, comfort, off-road, and individually set up. I'm gonna leave it in dynamic mode. That's how we're gonna do the drive. You got your full EV button, nice silver start-stop button, a cubby right here for some M&Ms, a USB, and a 12-volt. This is gonna allow you to go into your volume, and then you have a nice trackpad here with the ability to then navigate through the rest of your infotainment system. So if you want navigation, you just hit the toggle right there. Now I could then go in, put my destination, we could go back into menu, and I could use the rotary knob to go into the different settings. So really nice silver touch. I like the flat black. It doesn't look cheap, which is great. This is gonna control that 7-speed DCT, the S-tronic transmission. Like the height of the shifter. You have an electronic e-brake. There's more of that wood. Over here, you could put some small Slim Jims. You got your cup holders. Here is your Audi key fob for your Q5 E. So there's the back, and here is the front with the Audi badging on the bottom. It's got a nice weight to it. Watch this. You close the lid, and now you have wireless charging. So not only is it a lid to cover up the cup holders, but you have wireless charging, which is great. Soft on the armrest, some nice stitching. We lift this up. Now you can load this up for a road trip. Pour in the Skittles, taste the rainbow in your Q5. You got a USB and an aux jack. Close that down. Seats. Very, very nice, luxurious looking seat with the stitch work. The quality is great. The heated seats are nice. I would, like I said, like the seat ventilated. You do have power assist for both the passenger and the driver, which is a nice welcome. And then really the cherry on top is this beautiful full-size panoramic sunroof, which is going to allow some nice light in. And you also have a lighter headliner, which is great because I think it would be just too dark in here without that. But why don't you come on over to the business end? I'll show you behind the wheel of this Audi Q5 E. All right, guys, driver's side, business time. You do have 2 memory settings located on the door, which is a nice touch, especially when you're sharing this vehicle with other people. You have your electric controls for your seat. Lower lumbar is great, really feels good. Steering wheel, even though this is not a performance Audi per se, great looking steering wheel. I like the thickness, the stitch work is great, tasteful horn button, a little bit of silver trim, and I love the way they thinned out the spokes here. Really just allows it to be nice, open, simplistic. They do give you paddles on the back of the steering wheel. They are plastic and they feel cheap, so I am gonna zonk that. But one thing I'm not gonna zonk, check out the virtual cockpit. Looks phenomenal. So that's a 12.3-inch screen. If you've noticed on your left, you have all your charging and all that showing you. In the center there, you got your range, of course, a speedometer on your right, and then you could toggle through different information, which is really wonderful as well. All centered there. Look at the navigation. Look at how clear that is. I wish more companies were doing it as well as Audi is. But seating position is great. Even with the panoramic sunroof, I got plenty of room. Let's go ahead and check out the back seat and see how your passenger is going to be like in this Q5 E. All right, guys, back seat time in this compact SUV. You know, what's wonderful is that you're not losing a bunch of room back here, especially with the addition of the hybrid battery. I feel really good. We did not move the seats. I actually left the seats exactly the way they are. One thing I am going to zonk are the plastic backs and these cargo nets. You know, your kids, they take sharp objects and put them in here. Hopefully they're not playing with knives, but if they are, they're going to just rip through this cargo net. You do have a tasteful rear AC command center. You can control the temperature back here. You do have a 12 volt, which is nice. Here I am, 6 feet tall. You got your headroom. What's nice is you could actually slide the seat up a little bit more if you need to. Or my favorite part is that it reclines just a tad, just enough, a skosh. And then you bring it back up. Armrests, flip that down. They almost didn't give you enough room. So you have your room for your elbow here. Push that button, there's your cup holders. I don't know why they gotta make it that complicated, but hey, more power to Audi. Close that up. I love the panoramic sunroof. Like I said, it makes it feel even more spacious in here, but let's check out the cargo area and see how usable this Q5 E is. All right, guys, the most important part of any SUV, that cargo space in the back. It's real nice. You just push the button, electric assist, rises up very nicely. Great amount of space, even with, remember, this is gonna have that battery for the hybrid technology, and even with the seats up, you have some really, really good room. Now, if you're wondering, well, how much room do I have, Joe? With the seats up, you're looking at 25.1 cubic feet of space. You fold those seats down, it maximizes 53.1. Now, if you're wondering, what is all this stuff in the back? This is obviously for charging and whatnot. You get the whole kit with your Audi Q5 E. Those seats are gonna fold down. That's gonna maximize the space, but really, really nice amount of room, even with the seats up. But why don't we go ahead, let's get to the best part. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's take this Q5 E for a spin. All right, guys, we're leaving Audi Wesley Chapel. We're in the all-new 2020 Audi Q5 E. Right away, you're getting a lot of the great things that makes the Q5 so livable, so usable. I'm gonna point out again, but the virtual cockpit is phenomenal. It's almost like you don't even need this other screen. I guess this is for your passengers so that you can't fool them that you're taking them somewhere that they don't want to go or something. Other than that, all the information is perfectly placed right in front of the driver. Steering wheel has a great feel to it. Getting to the AC controls makes sense. Even the trackpad here, this mouse pad style system of going through the infotainment system is very, very easy and just very comfortable in here. It's really going to allow you to, since you're maximizing your mileage, to be comfortable as you are traveling from one location to another. Let's go ahead and see how acceleration is affected by that electric motor. So on throttle, wow, this is really where you're gonna see the difference, because I'm telling you right now, this thing is definitely faster than a standard Q5. With that inline 4-cylinder turbocharged engine and the electric motor, you are seeing the benefits and feeling the benefits of this vehicle. What's phenomenal is that even though this isn't an S trim, it's still very nice steering. The steering is a little on the light side, and I do have it in dynamic mode, but still it's very direct and good feedback. You have the Quattro all-wheel drive system keeping you planted as you go into the bends. But like I said, for a non-high performance Audi, this thing really drives super smooth, and you have that 7-speed DCT, great feedback from the brake pedal, and the turning is just phenomenal. I mean, look at that. Absolutely phenomenal. Now, there is a little bit of body roll, but nothing too crazy, and I'm gonna probably wager that battery for the hybrid system is actually helping us out handling wise. Yeah, it adds a little bit of weight, but it lowers that center of gravity, and that's really what allows you to handle much, much better. But coming to a stop sign here, super smooth. I'm gonna go ahead and change out the view here. We could bring up our gauges back again, and you can see the charging and the use and the boost and all the other good stuff that comes with this Q5. But on throttle, you see the actual needle peg on max boost, and we are off and running. Super, super effective when it comes to acceleration. You definitely are gonna wanna drive one of these, because it's gonna make you change the way that you think about a plug-in hybrid. I know my mind's a little blown right now, because we've driven the regular Q5. This thing is definitely on another level. Super, it's so smooth, and it's quiet in here. Feels really good. Seats are nice. I think for the seats, I would like the bottom portion to just be a little bit longer, just because I have longer legs. But other than that, I mean, you got your wireless charging pad. You got locations for your Twinkies and Bavarian cream donuts and everything else that you're bringing on your journey. Plus, I think your passengers are gonna like that back seat area just fine, and you got plenty of cargo room. And it's super smooth. That's what I really like about this. All right, guys, pulling out onto the highway. Like I said, if you need to get on it, it puts you back in the seat and you're off. That DCT shifts very, very effectively, very smooth. Great visibility out the front, out the back, and that panoramic sunroof is just amazing in here. It's so large, brings in some nice light, nothing that's gonna make you too hot or sweaty. I would like ventilated seats though. At this price point, I want the ventilated seats. But other than that, I think they did a really great job with this Q5e. But as you can see, we're back here, Audi Wesley Chapel. There they are, wave high. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this one up, so I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, been another great day here at Audi Wesley Chapel. Definitely got to thank Chris, Adam, Mike, and the rest of the crew. It's nice to see a direction that Audi is going in. They're developing their e-tron, but they also now have this Q5e. I think it's a great balance between range and also that extra performance you could get from it, and some really nice usable space on the inside. But if it's plug-in electric hybrids like this one that you want to see on Ready's Rise, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Ready's Rise family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description. Get yourself some Ready's Rise merch. Got to give it up to Big Guns McGee, Tom Motion working that camera. Thank you, Tom, for your hard work. And just like always, I'll see you on the next ride.